Look, Andy, I cooked dinner, I dusted, did the laundry, vacuumed the floors, I even trimmed the bushes on the balcony. One of them even looks like a rabbit. Haven't you always wanted a rabbit? Not only that, I cleaned the bathrooms. What? You're not happy? I can explain. Finally. Well, didn't you hear his cute bark? He's just too adorable. Go look at him. Go in and look at him. He's too fucking adorable. How could I say no?
You could have said you can't.
Not to that face.
What about mine?
I can't believe you're pinning this on me. All I did was bring home a sweet, innocent puppy. Is that so bad? Compared to a $2,000 fine for somehow sneaking in a camel into a taxi? Hey, that was an accident. There's a freaking accident. How is something like that an accident? Get rid of the dog. I want the story. No. Tell me the story and I'll get rid of the dog. The puppy in the next room. Our bedroom.
Where did you get that dog?
From the pet shop on 4th and Main.
Uh-huh. I'm not telling you about the camel.
Then I guess we've got a puppy. What shall we name him?
We can't afford that. That's 5 months for rent.
Actually, it's 2. I talked to the manager.
Well, you're going to be the one taking care of him. I am not cleaning up his mess or anything.
Roger.
Do I really have to tell the story?
Yes.
Why now? I mean, I mentioned it. It was just a stupid thing I did because of a bet. It was months ago.
Well, I really want to keep this puppy. If you just look into his big brown eyes, it's impossible to say no. Especially if I held him up, so vulnerable and small. And as you stare at him and he stares at you, there's that moment of withheld breath, pause and wonder before he licks the tip of your nose. Too cute for words. I lost my head to his cuteness.
I think that every day.
What? Well, I want to keep him. I figure if you really want to get rid of him, then you'll have to embarrass and humiliate yourself well enough that the loss of his warmth, comfort, and cuteness can be sincerely replaced by the warming reverie of your red cheeks and glare.
I don't blush. Fine. Where should I start?
Well, how did it all start? Hold on. Here. I need a picture while you say it.
How did you... Oh, never mind. Well, it was my 21st birthday, and like with all 21st birthdays, when you have a pack of friends who love their parents' alcohol, you know, it was my time. It was my time to flash the card and get drunk. But that didn't happen.
You did the whole thing sober.
I told you, it was an accident. But not a drunk one. So, I refused to do my 21st, when I refused to do my 21st run, my friends, Mindy in particular, she just, I can't remember the story right now.
Said then it was time for...
She said then it was time for the 21st birthday outrageous plan B. I don't even know how she came up with it. I mean, I guess the shots helped. I guess the shots, you know, just sped up her thinking or something, because she came up with this idea to cab the llama, I mean, the camel from Parker Zoo and around the Four Corners.
4 corners?
Yeah, 4th and Main to 4th and Emirate, and then to 8th and Emirate, and then back to 8th and Main, and then all the way back to 4th and Main. You've never...
Why do they call it that?
I mean, have you never been to those corners?
I haven't noticed. My route's always been 5th, then Main.
Well then, there's a pub on every corner, and in front of it there's a statue. And it's a statue of, like, wine bottles or beer. You never?
Never. The entire 3 years I've been here, I've never seen nor heard any of that.
You're a dork. How the hell are we even married?
Hey, story please. Continue.
Fine. She got the challenge. The thing was to get the camel into the taxi with minimal help from companions. So Scott was there. We were at the zoo. There was
So the great thing was that there just happened to be some fundraiser going on.
There just happened to be some fundraiser going on at the zoo that day. And Scott was there. He was with Amanda at the time. I mean, he was with, not Amanda. Who the hell is Amanda? He was with Mindy at the time, you're right. And, well, he was, get you. Well, he worked at a zoo. So we somehow convinced, I don't even know how, but we somehow convinced one of the volunteer managers that, you know, one of those people who rounds up the free people and gets them together, we somehow convinced him that we were, you know, volunteers.
This doesn't sound like an accident.
Do you want to hear the accident part?
Yeah?
So Pete's, you know Pete's, he was supposed to rent out a cab for us. So we were outside the zoo waiting for him, trying to act all inconspicuously. And we see this taxi driver pull up. So we assume that it's Pete's, and we get the camel in. And for some reason, the camel didn't fight, and the damn taxi driver, he's like half Mexican, half European, he just lets it happen. So I climb into the passenger seat, and then I realize, uh-oh, this is the wrong cab. And he's just grinning like he already knows what's up. And he asks me, 4 corners, eh? I did it. It was crazy. That was the most expensive taxi ride I had ever gotten.
I'll say, $2,000 fine. How much was the taxi? No, really, how much was it?
It was the full meter.
Really?
No. Now, get rid of the dog. Get rid of the dog.
Fine then. It's sure gotten late. Scott will probably want his dog back right up now.
Wait, Scott will want his dog.
It was Mindy's idea. I brought a brand new puppy that...
Puppies are inherently brand new?
God, you're angry.
You think?
Come on, I needed to know. It's been weeks. 52 days and 16 hours. Mark that 17.
Why has it been killing you?
Because Mindy tricked me into doing that for her birthday coming up. I made a bet, okay, a stupid bet. I figured I learned from your failure, but you weren't saying nothing.
You have to the count of 3. 1.
Shit.
2.
Okay, God, I'm sorry.
3.
Okay, I'm leaving.
Sheesh.
It's not even a camel. It's a fucking llama.
Wait, it's my birthday coming up.